So I'm trying to make a pipe bender here. So it's a bearing race. It's an inner bearing race from bearing number 6307, and so I had this bearing which is actually broken. It's an outer race. I cut it. So I cut the inner race, and right now I'm welding this pipe here. I will weld it here, weld it here, and weld it here, and I can use this thing. It's a 5/16 rod. I can use 5/16 rod as a lever here, and then I will weld something here, maybe somewhere here, to hold the pipe which I'm gonna bend. I think it's a this pipe bender can bend, I think, 3/4 inch pipe. I'm not a experienced welder, and I'm doing it for the first time, so let's try it. So this is my fixture, and one thing I can show you is this is my tiny welding machine, which is ZX7 MSI 250. I think it's made in China, but I got it for 3800 rupees, which is I think less than $50, but it works great. Yeah, it works great. And here's a little trick if you are a beginner and when you can't see what you're welding. Here's a little trick. I use this kind of goggles when I'm welding, and this torch. Yeah, you can see it from your goggles what you're welding. That's a little trick which can help. I'm using 75 amperes for 2.5 millimeter rod. I reduced the amps for around 60 because this is 75 amps. It's I think too much for this kind of pipe, just actually burning the pipe. So it was around 60 right now. So welding is done. It is very hot right now. I think it's a pretty good welding as a beginner. So I just bent this kind of strip here as a this thing, and I'm going to weld it. So now welding is done, and it is look like this. This welding broke, so finally I welded this thing, which is 3/4 inch collar cast iron, and I welded it off camera with 10 gauge welding rod and 120 amperes, and this is the final piece. pipe bender made from scratch.
Like, share, and subscribe.